Everyone, thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. A cemetery worker has just died on the graveyard, and it was gathered that a grave digger was killed after a grave he was digging collapsed in on itself and buried him alive. Isn't this sad? Well, you can imagine how this guy might have struggled to get himself out. Rodwin, who is 42 years old, that's the name of the guy whom you can actually see there, died after the accident at Washington Memorial Park in Mount Sinai on New York's Long Island on Tuesday morning, February 23rd, 2021. And according to the county police, he was inside the empty 7-foot deep plot and was leveling out the bottom when the wall suddenly caved in, burying him alive. His co-cemetery workers rushed over and attempted to dig him out after the accident, but were unable to get him out immediately. And it was after first responders from the police emergency services section and 4 local fire departments arrived, they were able to bring him out, but it was too late to save him from dying. Allicock, that's the name of the man, was pronounced dead at the scene, and the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, as well as the Suffolk County's Homicide Squad, are now investigating the death. Friends, this is really sad to see a young man like this pass away in a very tragic way. He was actually digging a grave, and when he had gotten to the 7th feet of this grave he was digging, I was trying to level down that 7th part. And then when all the debris, all the sand and everything he had dug out now collapsed on him. And his colleagues actually came there to rescue him, but they couldn't dig him out. But you'll be asking yourself another question. Guys, what do you all think regarding this? Wasn't this like it's too fast for the whole of the sand to actually pour in on this man without anybody even seeing him at first to help him out? Because if his colleague were actually present, at least maybe one person or two, well, it depends on what the other people were actually doing as of the time of the incident. Maybe he didn't scream out loud enough for the others to hear him, or probably when they discovered he was already buried, it was like past some few minutes afterwards. You'll be asking, if something like this happens, it's not like it's a huge pile of mud or blocks that would just fall on the person and the person dies instantly. At least there should have been some kind of instant help that would have helped him out of that particular graveyard that he was burying. Or maybe because it was already at the 7th feet, that's why they were unable to save him or hear his voice. Because when you see or hear something like this, you'll be like, don't you think that this man would have been rescued even by his colleague without him dying? Can someone die very fast like that when it's not like it blocks or it's hard rocks that were actually dug out of the grave? It could be that it was sand, and if it is, there are possibilities that someone like that would have been rescued even before he would die. Because can the whole of the sand pour down on him very fast to the point that he can't scream out very loud for help? Or does it mean if you're at 7 feet of the ground, if you scream out, someone will not hear you? That is why the cops are trying to carry out an investigation regarding this, because it seems somehow strange, and especially when you have other people around. It would have been a different case when none of his colleagues were around. He was the only one digging the grave, and the whole place was empty with no other person. But his colleagues were around. Burying someone like that, is it that fast that the person would not be able to get help on time? Who knows how the whole thing happened for him to have even gotten sunk into that particular grave without any help. And then even when help came, his colleagues were unable to actually save him out. In a place like that, I feel that there should be safety measures in situations that would occur, in the sense that there should be some equipment that should be used, not just maybe coming out to start digging with your hands or digging out with the shovel. In environments like that, things like this are bound to happen, but then there should be safety measures that will be kept close by in situations like this. For this man to just die from the grave he was actually digging without anyone even being able to come there on time to rescue him, it raises a lot of questioning, because it's a situation where there is nobody, the whole place is void of people. That's when you say, oh, no one was there to help him. But when there are colleagues around, and there's an environment that tendencies of things like this happening are bound to occur, then there should be a kind of check, and there should be a kind of readiness from either security personnel or fellow workers as well. It's just like in an environment, a working environment, where they train people, even the fellow workers, how to run away when there's a fire outbreak in the company. You'll see them practicing that. In some places, they will tell them they're having a test for a while, so all the workers should be prepared, and this is what they are to do in cases of a fire outbreak. You would see how they will train all the workers. The fire alarm will be set up by the staff who is in charge of that particular department, and once it comes up, you'll see all the workers will have to run, and they will tell them not to use the elevator, use the staircase for safety measures. At that time, these workers are already trained ahead of time, so that in case of a fire outbreak, they already know what to do, they already know where to go through and how to get themselves out of the building without anyone being stuck either in the elevator or being stuck in the fire. These are safety measures that companies, or some companies, or rather most companies, train their staff to get themselves ready. Then you should be expecting that in an environment like this, where you have things that would occur as a result of an accident, then you train the workers. This is what you should do in a case where something like this happens. Then you keep equipment, because in something like this ones will require equipment. It doesn't require someone just coming to dig out with a shovel or with your bare hands. No, there are certain equipment that may be required to gain access to that person in that particular grave. It's really, really suspicious to ask or to say that this man, when other people are around, just got buried in the sand like that and he died. May the soul of Allicock rest in perfect peace with the Lord, and may Almighty God console his family, friends, well-wishers, and every other person that got to know him. It's so sad that you see a young man pass away like this, and this is someone who was actually walking. He wasn't sleeping, neither was he playing, neither was he doing anything bad. He was just doing what he was meant to do as a worker and as a hard-working person, and he was caught up with his own death. I'm sure he never knew that this would happen to him. Or another question here is, or was he new on the job and he didn't really know how to go about it? These are other questions that would come into play. Or was it that others did not want to assist him? Because usually digging of graveyards, I think it's usually more than one person digging a graveyard, not just a single person digging a graveyard. And even if a single person, There should be some people monitoring that particular environment to ensure that nothing goes wrong. But in this situation, it was seen that he was the only one digging that particular grave when this horrible incident just happened. However, we'll keep waiting to hear whatever investigations they will conclude upon. Whatever responses that are being made or whatever conclusions that are being drawn from the investigation, I will definitely update my viewers. Well, guys, what do you also think about this? Analyzing this thing together, how do you feel that within a short period, with people around this man passed away, they were unable to save him? Like I said, it depends on the distance where his colleagues were, or maybe he didn't scream out loud enough for them to hear. However, in cases like this, I thought it should be more than one person that should be digging a grave. Or even if it's one person, then there should be other people that are close by, either monitoring or ensuring that that person is safe. Because how come one person is digging a grave alone and then the whole sand and everything he dug out now fell on him and he died? This really calls for a serious investigation. It's such a pity that Allicock had to die in this very tragic way. And while he was walking, that is really, really sad. And I pray that such things don't occur anymore. They should have safety measures. If there were no safety measures before, I think this should be the time that they should train the workers and also ensure that equipment are available for any other person or workers that are in the graveyard working or trying to dig and get to that particular feat they intend getting to. It's so sad when you hear that people pass away in a manner that you know that they would have been helped. This is a situation whereby you'd be like, this is something that this man would have gotten the help on time, owing to the fact that people were in that particular compound when this whole thing happened. Or did they deliberately allow him to stay there for a while before they acted like they were going to save him? A whole lot of questions will be asked. These are just speculations because hearing a death like this happen, you will be putting one and two together because this is an accident that this person's life would have been saved if people had run there on time or if there were safety measures that were being practiced in that particular graveyard walk. However, it turns out to be, definitely I'm sure that using investigations, they would arrive at a conclusive answers with regards to what led to Allicock's death in that particular grave when other colleagues were around. Guys, please, whatever you think about this, you can put that down at the comment section. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. Friends, I'm here today to talk about how to start up a new YouTube channel. So for those that are looking to start up a new YouTube channel, probably you've been trying to figure out how to go about it, or you have been trying to see what it entails or what you need to start. That's why I'm here today to give you the easy way for you to get this done. Not just the easy, but the best method, and also to give you or to talk about the best teacher who will give you all that is required for you to start up your own YouTube channel. This is a teacher. He is really successful with his YouTube and he has been a teacher for so long now. Teacher is Matt Pa. He's going to give you a step-by-step method on how to start up your own YouTube channel. No stone unturned. Every step of the way, he's going to lead you through it. You have links that you can actually reach out to him and communicate with him directly. That's Matt Pat there. You can see the huge successes he has made in YouTube. You can see his silver, you can see the gold, you can also see his revenue that he's actually making on YouTube, which is very huge. He is going to give you a YouTube step-by-step tube mastery class every step of the way, from the beginning of the opening of the channel to how you can start up and put up your videos. He is leaving no stone unturned, like I said. So for those that are seeking for how to start up their own YouTube channel, this is the easiest and the fastest way for you to have access to this particular teacher who is honest and straightforward, and you will enjoy every bit of the class and you will have lots of gain. At the end of your class, you will have lots to hold on to and to start up your own YouTube channel. It's going to be like an ABC class starting from the scratch. So please, for those of you that are interested in starting up your own YouTube channel, Matt Pa, he is the teacher and you will have direct access to him. I'm dropping the link below. So please, you just click on that link and you will have access to Matt Pa's class. He is going to give you the whole content of YouTube and all that it takes for you to be successful in YouTube and how to start YouTube from the scratch. Like I said, and I'm going to repeat, he's leaving no stone unturned. And it's so interesting that if you have any kind of complaint, no matter the time you have this complaint or you are confused about anything, you can communicate directly to him and he will give you a response as soon as he gets your question or as soon as he gets your mail or anything you're trying to confirm from him. He is quick at responding and he will give you the right answers. And even if you go elsewhere to search, you find out that what he is saying is actually true. He wouldn't mislead you. So please, for those of you that want to start your own YouTube channel from the scratch and see how you can be successful on YouTube, please go to this link, click on the link below so you'll have access to the teacher. That's the teacher there you can see and see his success. You can go through that and then you click on the link so that you can have direct access to Matt Pa himself. This teacher, you will enjoy and enjoy every bit of the classes that he's going to give to you. So friends, do not forget to click the link below so you have access to Matt Pa's Tube Mastery class, and he will give you the best teaching for YouTube you would really need to start your own channel. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please, for those that have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you once again, and God bless you all.